Roger Federer didn't fade into retirement. In 2025, he's perfecting dad life, espresso rituals, and effortlessly rewriting the meaning of cool. Possibly the richest and most famous sportsman of all time, Roger Federer has never allowed notoriety to change his core. He neither pursues the spotlight nor flaunts champagne-fueled Instagram parties or private planes. Rather, he has chosen a life grounded in calm and meaning, settled in the silent embrace of the Swiss Alps, and enjoying simplicity. Federer's current life is a masterclass in grace and balance, whether it be alpine hikes, relishing a flawlessly brewed espresso, or just celebrating the happiness of parenthood with his 4 kids. Federer exuded modesty even at the pinnacle of his career when millions analyzed every swing of his racket. He stayed that Basel boy who hated loss but loved the art of the game beneath the awards and the applause. That calm fortitude propelled him to 20 Grand Slam championships and a legacy that would change the definition of tennis brilliance. Still, apart from the statistics and victories, what anchored him? Mirka is the response. Mirka, his wife, a past tennis expert and ever-present partner since the 2000 Sydney Olympics, has been his constant. Between them, they have created a society where love triumphs over inheritance and family time eclipses medals. Life after tennis is not about glory for Federer, rather it is about grounding, appreciation, and the memories that genuinely last. Interesting thing, after a loss, he kissed her twice. But that's Roger Federer for you. His best achievement was Mirka rather than a Grand Slam. Once he confessed his best day was not carrying a Wimbledon trophy or becoming world champion. Number 1, she was seeing her. Injuries cut short the career of Mirka, a gifted player formerly rated within the top 100 WTA. She turned closer to Roger rather than drifting away from tennis, however. She became his confidant, travel partner, strongest advocate, and PR manager, gently trading her own goals to support his. They solidified their love with a small ceremony in Basel in 2009, encircled solely by family and close friends. Their relationship has only grown since then, frequently accompanied by their children cheering on. Mirka has regularly attended almost every significant event in Roger's career from the sidelines. Roger and Mirka's tale is remarkable in a society where popularity frequently tears relationships apart. It is based on loyalty, sacrifice, and the unusual enchantment of choosing each other over and over again every single day. What's tougher than facing Djokovic, Nadal, or Murray in a Grand Slam final? According to Roger Federer, it's raising 2 sets of twins. Mila and Charlene arrived in 2009, followed by Leo and Lenny in 2014. Federer calls their births a miracle, and by 2025, they're growing up fast enough to challenge him in backyard matches and breakfast table debates. These days, Roger's fiercest battles aren't played under stadium lights. They're at home. From sibling rivalries and forgotten homework to school runs and bedtime negotiations, the Federers have traded match points for parenting chaos. Press conferences? Now it's the Federer Family Roundtable. Post-match interviews replaced with marathon storytelling sessions and late-night giggles. And still, he wouldn't change a thing. Federer insists fatherhood, much like tennis, demands patience, adaptability, and mental grit. Besides, what child wouldn't be both proud and slightly intimidated getting coached by a 20-time Grand Slam legend before school? For Roger, the true legacy doesn't sit in a trophy case. It runs through the laughter, lessons, and love of the 4 little champions he's raising every single day.
And the view.
Roger Federer's home is far from any showy Hollywood-style mansion. Rather, it is a quiet refuge tucked deep in the Swiss mountains. Rather, it's a magnificent beachfront villa meant to harmonize with the natural beauty nearby, combining sophistication with warmth. Overlooking the calm waters of Lake Zurich, the residence exudes calm thanks to its open spaces, wooden interiors, and minimalist, nature-inspired style. Serenity, simplicity, and calmness whisper in every corner. Still, make no mistake, this is not a retreat devoid of luxury. Federer can play on his terms thanks to his private tennis court. A heated infinity pool stretches seamlessly towards the lake. Hidden below, an underground garage houses his meticulously curated fleet of Mercedes-Benz cars. Designed with families in mind though, the vast property provided lots of room for his 4 children to run around, play, and develop surrounded by the gentle embrace of nature. Sleek lines, modest elegance, and understated beauty define the house, which captures Swiss accuracy. It is not, though, a trophy house. Roger created it not for celebrity or headlines. He constructed it to be grounded, to support his family, and to relish the leisurely, significant events of life. The villa exhibits ageless class, much as his car collection does. Quiet, sophisticated, and naturally graceful.
If you're always in the spotlight, how do you make room for someone else?
Then I have to tell you, as a professional athlete, you cannot stay up late nights.
If Federer constantly travels,
how can he always stay relaxed?
I'm starting the refreshment program.
Daily go-to of Federer's? The Mercedes-Benz S-Class is a vehicle that, like him, melds subtle elegance with silky performance. He uses the tough elegance of a Mercedes G-Wagon for family excursions. His AMG vehicles provide refined beasts built for pure performance when the exhilaration of speed calls. Do not, however, anticipate neon Lamborghinis or outlandish hypercars housed in his garage. His collection, much like his famous backhand, exudes elegant grace, classic taste, and quiet accuracy. Every car reflects his beliefs. It is not only on show. For Federer, driving is about enjoying every trip with subdued assurance and intention rather than about flaunting. His choices tell a lot, calculated, elegant, and never pursuing noise. Federer's net worth has passed $600 million by 2025, not only from his unrivaled career on the court, but also from his sponsorship portfolio, one of the most prestigious in sports history. His $300 million deal with Uniqlo alone highlights his extraordinary brand worth. Rolex, Mercedes-Benz, Moet, and Chandon, and Wilson further prove Forbes dubbed him the perfect brand ambassador. Still, Federer never sought the highest bidder. He only worked with companies whose values were in accordance. He acted with subdued confidence in commerce as well, establishing heritage rather than excitement. Nearly perfect, uncontaminated by controversy, Roger Federer's career is a rare jewel in elite sports. No tabloid sagas, no courtroom dramas, no explosive outbursts. Legends still are not entirely immune to criticism. The most controversial subject? Arrangement-matching critics said Federer frequently received the best placements at important events, especially Wimbledon. Favors whispered through locker rooms and headlines, even though no clear proof ever clung. His silence on political events was another contentious topic. At a time when players are expected to make strong statements, Federer stayed calm. He once noted, "I'm a tennis player, not a politician." His quiet impartiality felt nearly radical in a climate fueled by anger and division. It was a rejection of being swept into noise. Federer's actual influence is more evident beyond the courtroom. By enhancing access to excellent education in Africa and Switzerland, educators have noted the course of over 2 million children's lives via the Roger Federer Foundation. He actively follows development, visits villages, and engages with educators. He's not just an honorary leader. His motto, "Empowering via Education," shows his conviction that learning sets opportunities in motion. He has so far committed about $50 million to long-term educational projects in Malawi, Namibia, Zambia, and South Africa. Federer now confesses that this job propels him more than any trophy could ever do now that he is retired. Grand Slams cannot capture his most famous legacy. Rather, it is written in classrooms where youngsters now dream bigger because he decided to give back.
Very good. The tears are starting.
Roger Federer closing his doors to tennis was one of the most iconic chapters ever penned into tennis history, with the last act having been an unforgettable one, the tears, standing ovation from the crowd, and Rafael Nadal reaching out to clasp his hand in a moment that belied rivalry, the not merely a goodbye, but a grand celebration of friendship, legacy, and unabated greatness. Life post the campus has not been idle for Federer. Today, mornings begin slowly. He makes breakfast for his family, drops his kids off at school, and relishes the little rhythm of daily life. The competitive fire may have lessened, but the love for tennis remains in his heart. He still sometimes grasps his racket only for pleasure now, and not for winning. Federer is thriving in new arenas too. As a major investor partner in the Swiss brand On Running, he plays an active role in design and branding, even appearing at major fashion events. His heart, however, remains rooted in giving back. Through his foundation, he continues to expand opportunities in both tennis and education, touching lives far beyond the court. With retirement, Federer hasn't seen the sun set. It has only risen anew. He now runs not for trophies, but for purpose, peace, and the pure joy of living life entirely on his terms. Look, Federer's greatness? It wasn't just about stacking trophies like Pokemon cards. He rewrote tennis by making it look, honestly, almost unfair. That backhand, straight up sorcery. The footwork, like he was ice skating on air. He didn't just win matches, he turned them into poetry. Fans went wild, rivals just shook their heads in disbelief, and a whole generation of kids tried mimicking Roger's magic in their driveways. Fast forward to 2025, people aren't simply remembering Federer, they're chiseling his face into the Mount Rushmore of tennis. Nadal, Djokovic, and even new stars like Alcaraz all agree. Tennis has two timelines, before Roger and after Roger, period. But it wasn't just the racket wizardry. Federer carried himself with a style and grace the sport rarely sees. No tantrums, no smashed rackets, just composure, class, and quiet dominance. He became the blueprint not just for tennis junkies, but for anyone chasing greatness without losing humility. Now, he's thriving in dad mode, building his foundation, rocking that iconic RF cap, and making the world better in subtle ways. Proof that true swagger doesn't shout, it lasts. If you vibed with this Federer deep dive, smash that like, drop a comment, and subscribe for more. Catch you in the next one.